Hi, I'm Chelsea with the Kansas City Gardener. Today we're talking about hardy succulents. In the Kansas City area, we deal with temperatures from below 0 to above 100, so any perennials we plant have to be pretty tough to withstand that weather. Today we'll talk about some of the toughest varieties, Sempervivum and Sedum. Both of these are considered hardy succulents in our area, meaning you can plant them outside and be sure that they'll survive our winters and come back next spring. First, let's talk about Sempervivum. These plants are native to places like the Swiss Alps, where they grow on rocky hillsides. The bitter temperatures, strong wind, and inconsistent rainfall can make it a tough place for plants to survive. Luckily, Sempervivum have fleshy leaves and are able to store water for long periods of time. What I love about Sempervivum is the variety of color. The most common ones are green, but you can often find purple, red, silvery blue, and even gold varieties. As the plants grow, they'll often produce babies, or chicks, in the spring. These chicks will grow and produce babies of their own the following spring, forming a beautiful, colorful mound. Next, let's talk about Sedum. In my garden, I separate Sedum into two categories: tall, flower-producing varieties and low, ground-cover varieties. One of my favorite common ground-cover sedums is Angelina Sedum. If you plant it in a sunny spot, it'll form a thick lime green mat during the summer, and in the winter, it turns a beautiful yellowish-orange color. I really love the winter color of Angelina Sedum because many other sedums are not evergreen and die back to the ground during the winter. When it comes to tall flower-producing varieties, my favorite to grow in the Kansas City area would have to be Sedum Autumn Joy. In the spring, it wakes up and forms a tight mound of green, succulent leaves that get taller as the summer goes on. In early fall, it forms beautiful green flower heads that provide great texture to flower arrangements. A few weeks after that, those flowers bloom a beautiful warm pink color and continue until the first frost. After the frost causes the leaves to die back, I usually leave the flower heads on throughout the winter because they look pretty with snow or frost on them. In the early spring, I'll cut the dried flower stalks off at ground level and the cycle begins again. Here are a few tips for success with Sempervivum and Sedum. First, make sure they get at least 4 hours of sun daily in order to produce beautifully colored leaves and blooms. Second, plant them in a spot that has great drainage. Many of us in the Kansas City area deal with heavy clay soil, so I've found success planting them in an area that's slightly elevated or mounded so that water drains away from the plant. Finally, these plants dislike supplemental water and fertilizer, so skip them when you're out watering your other plants. Both Sempervivum and Sedum are about as easy and low maintenance as you can get. So head out into your garden today and find a place you can showcase these beautiful and hardy succulents. For more videos like this, be sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you next time!